I'm going to start this video by showing the beasts. The beasts. The beasts are running. And also going to show you the fact that we have some gorgeous color here. Look at that, pretty color. Yes, I live in a high-rise, so yay, color. The beasts are doing their deal. And then I will introduce you to my youngest son. So the beasts are in, see, beasts. Teddy Bear is the black one, and the black and white is Tinker Bear. And they are adorable. Teddy's a purebred Shih Tzu, needs a groom, clearly. Not too bad, but they do need a groom. And Tinker Bear is a Poodle Shih Tzu cross. They are not designer dogs. Poodle Shih Tzu cross equals mutt. Adorable, poodle-brained, but she's my little Muttley and I love her. People on... Okay, this is my youngest son's room. He's currently racing on Xbox right now. Eric, turn around and say hi to people.
Hi.
Yes. This is my youngest boy. He's 20 years old, and he's... Stand up. You're pretty tall. Stand up. See? He's a pretty tall guy. Yep. Busy racing because there's no school today. You see a mask under his chin because he's kind of had a bit of a cold, so he's not feeling great, so we don't want him to cough all over creation. So this is how we contain the germs. Trying to turn my camera around. So, you've met my son, you met my dogs, and now I'm roaming around my dining room. My other son is off picking up lunch because they're both off school today. My youngest son has a day off, and my oldest son finished his exam yesterday, so he's off again till next week. Yeah, sorry, this is the staying home at mom, Bluetooth and headphones mess with my hair. What a shock. Does with everybody. So, you know, if I'm not perfectly put together, probably so are, like, none of you are all the time either. And my hair is growing out. See, last year, in order to transition from having really, really dyed hair, like I've been dyeing my hair since I was 23 years old, 23, I think. I finally said I've had enough with the artificial dye. I wasn't doing it anymore. The previous color I'd had before that had cost me over $300 because I'd done streaks, I'd done a base color, and I'd done a root color, which was ridiculous cost, like ridiculous. So I decided I'm not doing that anymore. I decided to be a pro-age person. Yeah, I know you're seeing my little turkey neck in progress. See, I'm losing weight from where I was. And from living for many, many years on subsistence food, which is cheap, carby crap, which was destroying my health, destroying my husband's health. Thankfully, it wasn't destroying my kids' health yet, because they both tend to be very, very lean individuals. But my husband and I were really suffering, so we changed some years ago. But again, I got lost along the way a little bit. So we started low carb. We do keto now, but I have to fine-tune the keto because we have lost some weight, but we need to continue to lose. So unfortunately, when you're over 50 and you end up with a little turkey neck, hopefully eventually once I've lost all the weight, that won't be quite so evident. If it is, there will be some fine-tuning in my lifetime. There will. So anyhow, yeah, that's why my hair is being weird, because it's fall and looks like it's going to rain and it's cloudy. And so, yeah, this is not because I don't know where the hair dye is in the store. This is real. This is me. This is natural, completely natural hair color. The salt and pepper is there on purpose. So haters gonna hate. If you hate, I will block you. I'm not even gonna bother getting mad. I'm just gonna block you. Bye-bye. Don't need you in my life. And you don't need to be part of this channel. If aging upsets you, get over it, because you're going to get age. Everybody in the planet ages. And that's part of the reason for the vlogging and everything I'm going to do, is because as we age, our needs are changing, especially with special needs kids. Our needs as parents are changing. Our kids' needs are changing. And there isn't the supports that there should be with those things in mind. There just isn't. Like, this really needs to be addressed. This is not a surprise. I mean, people in my generation, I'm towards the very end of the baby boom. I am a boomer, barely. but I am a boomer. They range in age. Boomers started in 1946. Babies born from 1946 onwards until 1963 are considered baby boomers. So we span well over 20 years. It's a huge generation. We're huge. We've been coming down the pipeline forever. And now the older ones are already hitting retirement age or in retirement quotations because many of them are not even retired. They have started new businesses as they hit 60, 65 because they either needed to or they needed to keep their minds supple. And they had all this wealth of information and life experience that they want to pass on to the next generation. And in some cases, you know, the generation coming up hasn't learned anything because my generation and the generation just before me kind of fell down a little bit. Some of us fell down on parenting. Some of us didn't parent at all. Not me. I'm an old school parenter. I believe in natural consequences and life will hit you in the butt in my world. You don't do your chores? Sayonara. See you later, baby, because I will get on your case until they are done. And it also teaches kids responsibility. So if you want a good parenting book, it's Love and Logic. They have for every kind of, I haven't been able to get special needs one because my sources where I'm looking online for them, I think I found one and it was like well over $102 for the book. I ain't not paying $102. I know how to parent. I've been doing it for 23 years. But for you young parents, Love and Logic, Natural Consequences, giving your kids the opportunity to learn how to grow and how to become better people. And you become better people. You're not their maid. Not their maid. They need to learn to stand on their own 2 feet. I did not vlog my oldest son or my younger son getting his own breakfast this morning, which he does when he's not have to go to school. When he goes to school, I pre-make muffins in the and I store them in the freezer, and those muffins are brought out in usually the night before to thaw. Then he can eat them while he's writing in his book, saying what he ate the night before, which is part of his routine for his special needs class. We just don't have time. His bus comes at like 7:15 in the morning. Like, I'm serious. 7:15 in the morning. It's dark. Like, this time of the year, it's dark out. Like, very dark. Pitch black. Nothing much to see. Which, you know, and with today being a holiday, there wasn't anything to see at all. So, just letting you know. Oh, and this is my present from my good friend. It's a Doctor Who t-shirt. And you will see me from time to time in Doctor Who t-shirts. You know, anime t-shirts, because I'm an anime fan. I'm a science fiction fan, nerd. I've been part of that world since I was in grade 5. I first discovered my first science fiction book, and I have been reading it ever since. Watching it, being part of that. I'm part of the anime world, if you will. Tons of voice actors I admire. Many of them my age, many of them much younger than me. All of them extremely talented. Just letting you know that this is just a kind of a, you know, day in the life kind of vlog. I'm not really going to center on too much, although that I do in my home is I am a full-time fiber artist. So I make dolls, I make animals, amigurumi. I'm crochet. That's what I do. Amigurumi. See, I'm currently working on some Christmas stuff. So I'm up to my eyeballs. I have dolls that need to be delivered. My partner, who is one of my best friends that I work with, she has a store in the local market, and I sell my items right now exclusively through her. In the new year, we will be adding in knitting machines, hoping that when my son is done school, that the knitting machines will help us to be upping the production that we have, which is, I mean, crochet cannot be reproduced by any mechanical means. It's hand only. It's as fast as I can do it, and I'm one human being. The knitting machines are going to be for my son, my youngest son, and possibly my older son, when they have time, when they get them doing other things to help bring in some income as well. Those will eventually be for sale once I figure out if we're going to be doing sweaters or hats, or probably hats and other things. But that will be down the line a bit into the next year, because come June, my youngest son is done school entirely. And like I said, I'm not expecting a lot because the previous government shut down a lot of workshops. And so I don't know what to expect right now. I am supposed to be getting meetings within the next month or two to outline what life is going to look like after graduation. And that's, again, one of the things that spurred me to go ahead and do this. I have been thinking about YouTube channel. I've been thinking about blog for years. I actually started a blog at least twice before. Unfortunately, I didn't like the titles, and I became overwhelmed because at the time I was still a single parent with two very young children, and my youngest son only slept, for the first 5 years of his life, he slept no more than 2 to 3 hours a night, which meant I had brain fog 90% of the time. Like, literally, I got up in the morning, I ran like a rabbit as far as, to everything I needed to do, and then when I wasn't running, I crashed because I was exhausted. Because when he woke up, I woke up, because it was only right for me to do that. It's safety. If you have a child that does not sleep through the night, if you have a partner, you will have to take turns switching off. Do not leave that child to roam around. Do not, because it was a couple of times I was so exhausted I slept and I wasn't aware that he was awake. And thank goodness that he had a guardian angel looking after him, because that little child, I woke up once, he had every sharp knife in my house all around him. And he was sitting on top of my stove. Not a mark on him. Thank you, guardian angel. Seriously, these little kids have guardian angels. It's a good thing, but it will only go so far. So, locks on all doors. We'll get into the locks and stories down the line. But right now, locks on all doors, baby gates are your friend. And if that kid is up in the middle of the night, one of you will have to be up in the middle of the night too. If it's one of you, it's tough. I've done it. Not easy, but it's necessary sometimes to be up and put yourself. Adults can do without sleep longer than little kids, and little kids that don't sleep, it's a problem. And I'll talk to later how we got around that. But this is, kind of a mishmash video. I'm sorry, but that's kind of what vlogging is sometimes, just a bunch of little things through the day. So yes, I'm a fiber artist. I work from home. I sell my amigurumi professionally. There's been quite a bit of people buying it, which is lovely. And no, I don't make anything close to any kind of a normal income, not even. This year I've made more than I made the year before, but still it's all based on me, because again, it cannot be reproduced mechanically. Crochet is impossible to reproduce mechanically. It can only be done by person. So if I take time off to go do something else, or just my production suffers. My items have been mailed all over the world, Israel, the UK, which is wonderful, and one to Wales. Be still my heart. I have such a soft spot for the people of Wales, I cannot tell you. I adore Wales. I lived in Wales. It's like the best place ever. So, see you in a bit with the kids, and I'll introduce you to my oldest son.